Alright, in this game we have the Mounties versus the Beats. Personally, I think the Beats are going to take it. As you can see, the Chiefs already beat the Ravens, the Cowboys beat the Tigers, and the Blues beat the Lumberjacks. So next up you have the Blues versus the Chiefs, Cowboys versus whoever wins this one. Personally, I think the Beats are, but it could go either way. Let me know down in the comments below who you think is going to win, and let's get into it.
Tonight, from Brooklyn, New York, it's the NFC Divisional Round Playoffs on EA Sports. Baker Mayfield and the Brooklyn Beats versus Matthew Stafford and the Toronto Mounties.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Coming up, an important divisional round matchup in the NFC. One of two spots in the NFC title game awaits the winner here as we're underway in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. Here's Smith to return it. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by the #1 overall pick in the 2018 draft, the Oklahoma Sooner, Baker Mayfield.
And when you review his performance last week in the game in total, I think that he understands and his team understands they were fortunate to get out there with a victory because he was a little tentative out there and didn't throw a touchdown pass. And if I'm this defense that he's facing in this one, I'm going to bring some pressure early and see if they can get to him. Maybe he's gotten it out of his system, and now he can be a little bit looser and play more to his potential.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And just shedding him off there. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Play fake. Mayfield. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 19 on the last play, 19 more here, and another first down.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Mayfield on play action. Pressure comes and down goes Baker Mayfield. Aaron Donald. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. They'll be led out by a former Pro Bowl quarterback out of the University of Georgia, Matthew Stafford.
And if he and his guys want to spring the upset here in the second round and move on, they've got to focus on the good that they did in the wild card victory. At the top of that list, protecting the football. Got a little careless last week. A few got away from him. Might not be so fortunate this time around. And if that's the case, they'll end up going home.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Throwing again on 2nd down. Stafford looking underneath. He's got Akers. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And they're going to have a 3rd down. From the gun, here's Stafford. He finds Robinson. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. This will wind up a loss on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
Nice swanner on to punt now on 4th down. Back to return it, Christian McCaffrey. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive. Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception?
Now Mayfield lost the football. And the defense has got it. Oh, a nightmare start offensively. This will be a touchdown. The papers this week, it was all talk about how big of a game this was. Of course it is. It's the playoffs. It's the divisional round. But they handle it well. They score early.
They really did. Plenty of confidence exuded on that drive. No nerve showing. Terrific way to get things started. They are in control.
Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. It's up and good, and it'll give his guys a 7-0 lead. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kicks away following that fumble return. Here's Smith to return it. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do we do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt, because when we see that, that pretty much tells the tale of the game. And I know there's still plenty of time to go, but you've got to take care of the football in order to win it.
Mayfield off the play fake. And he almost had his 2nd pick of the game. Probably should have. And he's frustrated as it falls incomplete. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Mayfield. Again, he targets more. This one is complete. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Mayfield looks to throw. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
And already down 7-0 after the touchdown a minute ago, so a 3-and-out here would not be ideal for them. Nice job finding his receiver there, and they get the first down.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Now, after that last running play, we've got an offensive lineman down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Here's Mayfield. Pressure comes and down goes Baker Mayfield. Aaron Donald able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. From the gun, Mayfield got his man complete over the middle. That's more. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Stafford. They'll set up the screen here to Akers. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Stafford on 3rd down. Got a man open. It's Tyler Higbee. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. A big play that time through the air. 30 yards.
We saw these guys have some big plays in their wild card win last week, and they're certainly going to need to continue to put up plays like we just saw there if they hope to continue to move on in these playoffs.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Here's the first carry of the game for Cam Akers. Akers has got the first down and then some. And he'll be out of bounds. A big pickup there on the run.
And think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll look to run with Akers. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Cam Akers. Fine work there on the touchdown run. And the Mounties had 6 to their lead. Oh, CD, there didn't seem to be much resistance there down near the goal line.
Yeah, partner, from what I saw there, not a real good job of matching up defensively because to me, they look like they were just in their base 3-4 package. You need bigger bodies in there in a goal line type situation. The 3-4 fine between the 20s, but not down here when you're guarding your end zone.
The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. That drive goes 80 yards in 6 plays. And it was Cam Akers who capped it off with a touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Here's Smith to return it. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Heading back out, Baker Mayfield as we call up our players spotlight. And I guess the question, Charles, is what's the formula for keeping him better protected? Because as we see, the protection, it struggled.
And normally what you get is renewed determination. When the big guy gets hit, that usually sparks people. Hey, we can't let this happen anymore. They take it personally. He's not supposed to be on the ground, but that hasn't been the case so far in this game. So maybe they've got to figure out how do they get rid of the ball faster to help out the offensive line so he doesn't get hit as much.
And we'll see if they can keep him off the ground now going forward. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter. From the 27, Mayfield. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Now Mayfield. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Here's Johnny Hacker now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. This is taken at the 15. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. Toronto's offense ready to take over. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. Stafford. It's caught by OBJ. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. $14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Stafford going to give this to Akers. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Stafford. He'll get this to Akers out of the backfield. Shoves him aside. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
first down at Stafford. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40. Stafford going to give to Akers on the draw. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority, because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
So on 4th down, Sean McVay going to send out the field goal unit. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So they wind up turning the turnover into points as they convert there for 3.
Yeah, that was a nice job there to force the fumble. They recover, hand things over to their offense, and then the offense went down and got them 3. That alone, that's not enough to win a game, but both units able to do their jobs on these last 2 drives.
Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. They've got to be a little shell-shocked. Down double digits at home in the playoffs. Still in the first half. They've got to turn things around quickly. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 8. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. Here's Johnny Hacker now as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. We're in the 2nd quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, try to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe. Going to run the sweep here. This is Cup, and this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for this with Akers. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first.
I like the look that they just showed there. When you come out in a passing formation, spread things out a little bit, makes it really hard to cover the middle of the field, doesn't it? Because you've got to go out to the perimeter and cover those guys.
Yep, exactly. Got some good blocking, too. Helped him pick up the first. They'll run this with Akers. Corey Littleton there on the tackle. Now it's 2nd and 9. They'll try the air now with Stafford. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Robinson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Stafford hooking up with Akers. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Looking to throw again on second down. Stafford. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
That's a step in the right direction defensively here because you're facing this sizable deficit. They're going to need more plays like that. A good sack, though. Good effort there.
And what you're hoping is, as you said, a step in the right direction. And that means it's something to build on. So you get the first one, and hopefully that can ignite them. And now they can make a few more plays and get back into this game.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Caught left side, it's Beckham. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And the lead now increases to 20-0. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. They're in a bit of a bind, a pretty big bind, down 20-0 as they start here on 1st and 10. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Throwing. Mayfield. Quick slant. Caught by Moore. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Mayfield on 1st down. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And he is not going to go anywhere. They're going to get to him behind the line, and that is going to get us to the 2-minute warning. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. They'll give him 4 yards there. And just like that, it's 3rd down. And again, it's Mayfield. That caught by Trimble. And to the 46 he goes and no further. So he is well short of the 1st down marker. Here's Johnny Hacker now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. Was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Get a look at this offense led by Cooper Kupp as they make their way back onto the field. 2nd quarter, a guy like him, no catches, so that's the surprising part, but they're winning, so maybe they've been able to do some other things effectively, I guess.
And they found other ways, haven't they? Because the receivers will tell you, offense needs to run through us, but they're managing to get it done in this ball game without having to actually do that. I wouldn't expect him to stay silent for the rest of the game.
Yeah, you got to think that his first catch is coming at some point. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Stafford. Over the middle, complete. It's Robinson. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. To throw again on second down. Stafford over the middle. That's hauled in by Cup. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, but he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the first down.
From the 50, Stafford. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 48.
Well, it's a cold night, and whether you're a quarterback that wears a glove on his throwing hand or not, that ball is a rock, Brandon. You've got to really drive it through the cold and the wind, or it can take off on you. And that may have been what happened there.
Baker Mayfield leads the offense out for their next possession. He's got to dig deep here, doesn't he? Team's losing. He's not playing well either.
And they always tell you, don't press. You'll make things a little bit worse. But in this particular situation, you try and heighten your play a little bit. So far, he's thrown one interception. He wants to balance that off with at least one touchdown pass in order to get his team back moving forward.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. Mayfield's throw is caught here by Anderson. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number one. There's Tremble, the tight end. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, this from 53. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup as we get you down the coast to Orlando. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. Third quarter, here we go. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. This one fielded at the 5. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Here comes Matthew Stafford now to lead his offense back out there. And he's had some time to chew on that interception he threw on his last drive back in the first half.
Well, normally we say you want to get him right back out on the field and play again, right? But as you mentioned, had the halftime, had to stew about it a little bit. Maybe he'll have a chance to relax a little and kind of laugh and chuckle and let it go.
He'll hope to respond positively here to start the third quarter. Meanwhile, Stafford's throw, it's complete into the hands of Higbee.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Here's a run with Akers on second down.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? Second and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. From the 44, Stafford. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48, and he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the third quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. McCaffrey. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Christian McCaffrey punching it in from a yard away. And the Beats take advantage of the short field and finish it off with a quick touchdown. So the toss play effective, even down here near the goal line.
Yeah, and you're hoping the defense commits too many men to stop the run in the middle of the field and that your blockers can gain a little bit of an advantage. And when they do, foot race to the pylon, and this time he had the speed to win that race.
No going for two. They'll kick the point after. That is good, and that'll make it 20-7. A nice, tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score it. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Toronto's offense ready to take over. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. From the shotgun, here's a give to Akers. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Stafford's throw complete there to Beckham. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. On the handoff, running left is Akers. Now a flag comes in from the umpire after a gain of about 4. And this looks like it's going to be holding. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
They end up getting stuffed twice after that 9-yard gain back on 1st down.
Getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
Now is the punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He'll look to set up his blockers. A very good kick there, but 15 yards on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Pressure comes and down goes Baker Mayfield. Julian Okwara, his 2nd sack of the night. When you see a quarterback retreating away from the line of scrimmage toward the other goal line like that, usually doesn't end well.
You're exactly right about that. Normally, if they're moving from side to side, they've got a chance maybe to get back upfield. He was trying to shake defenders and extend the play, but it doesn't work out very well for them at all. You need those extra yards on the other side of the line of scrimmage. Now you're digging a hole for your offense.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Mayfield into the hands of his receiver, Anderson. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
And this almost intercepted. Not sure he saw the free safety that time. But lucky, incomplete. That'll bring up 4th down. And taken right on the 30. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. So after that hot start, the numbers here show the decline. What has the defense done adjustment-wise?
Sometimes when you have a running back who's gotten off to a hot start, you've got to catch him before he really gets going. So you change what you do across the defensive front. Instead of the linebackers being back a few yards, you bring them up closer. It's what we call mugging the line of scrimmage, taking away a lot of blocking angles and gaps, and maybe stopping him before he can get going.
Mugging the line of scrimmage, okay. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Trying to get away, but could not. Brian Burns able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. Boy, that's tough, Charles. First play of the drive, you're hoping to stay ahead of schedule. You take that huge sack, and now you're facing 2nd and a mile.
And the entire time, you were probably thinking the same thing I was. Either get rid of the ball, safely of course, or go down. The yardage he gave up on that play, that's going to be tough for them to make up.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Stafford quickly into the hands of Beckham.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
It's complete to Robinson. And he's got the first down, yardage before being taken down at midfield.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered, but how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
From the 50 at Stafford. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
On 2nd down, Akers. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
The job of any linebacker involves having enough strength to fight off a blocker and get to ball carriers. But in this case, I think we can safely say he beat him right off the snap to get into the backfield and make that play.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. Over the middle to Beckham. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Stafford. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Another 13 yards there twice in a row, and they're on the move. Another first down as well. And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be. A give, running right is Akers. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Cam Akers, his second touchdown of the night. And the Mounties continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. 1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Here's Smith to return it. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. It certainly has not been the outing that they envisioned on their home turf in the divisional round of the playoffs, and they have been pushed around, and now their backs against the wall. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now second down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And he'll wind up losing yardage here, back at the 21-yard line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. The offense on 3rd down tonight, it's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Mayfield. Complete on the quick throw to Moore. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end. Complete. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. To throw, Mayfield. A short throw hauled in by Trimble. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Pressure comes, and down goes Baker Mayfield. Aaron Donald in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Desperation time. Mayfield on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
They'll run on first down with Akers. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Going right back to Akers. 77 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. On 3rd down, here's a run by Akers. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
When you're lateral to the line of scrimmage, linebackers keep those shoulders square so they can go up and down. But when it's time to go, turn your shoulders just like a running back. Get through the line and hit the runner in the backfield.
So now the field goal unit trots out there for the 3rd time tonight. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead now up to 22. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And he won't quite make it to the 25. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a draw play to McCaffrey. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. On 3rd down, Mayfield. Short throw hauled in by Trimble. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the 1st down marker. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. Did they maybe play that too safely on 3rd down? I know you don't want to just throw a ball blindly downfield, but that didn't help them a whole lot.
I think they probably said if it's open, take the shot. If not, get something safe because we do have 4th down to try and pick it up.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he will have the 1st down as he's brought down up near midfield. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
A 1st down throw for Mayfield. And that's complete to McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. from the 44. Mayfield has got Anderson on the slant. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Shakes off the sack. Now Mayfield lost the football. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Now a dump off here complete. The ball's out. McCaffrey lost it. And the defense will get their hands on it. Going the other way. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. They'll begin on the ground with Akers. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 86 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. On the ground, it's Akers. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Good gain there on 1st down, and keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. And Charles, if you're the coach of the losing team, even though you made it to the playoffs and there's part of that that feels good, what do you say to your guys after?
I think you probably tell them how proud you are of them to make the effort to get to this game and then point them towards the future. If we're good enough to get here, all we've got to do is work harder, be better, and we can be good enough to go farther next season. How many times have we seen a team lose in the playoffs and that girds them for a championship run in the future?
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say good night, everybody.